What I like to get at this point, possible waiting for a possible setup, I like to get a top and tail around this area right here of major resistance, and depending on how it looks, because it's building up some supply and demand right here, but the higher time frame, we have a void below, says we can go lower. So depending on how this bar shapes up here, I'll be possible looking to go short. Okay, currently I'm in a short trade here, and actually my stop needs to be right there. Shorted in the area of major support. So this was an area, of major resistance, so I shorted here. We're building some supply and demand here. This, I'm short 1,200 shares. My first lot is 1,000 shares. My first target is 1,000 shares here. Then I have my two bonus lots of 100 shares each. And we do have a void below. We have some top and tail bars right here telling us it was buyers here in the area of resistance. So supply overwhelmed demand at this particular point. So we'll see. This is pretty much all or nothing till I get my first lot filled of my target, the 1,000 shares. This is the paycheck right here. So this is my paycheck. Once this is, everything else is just bonuses. It's a gift. If I get it, I get it. If I don't, not a problem. Worst case, I get break even on my bonus lots. And you could do this with, pretty much this is a very liquid stock right here. Well, actually, this is an ETF. And this ETF follows the S&P 500. So pretty much either you can trade that S&P Eminis or follow along with this. Either one, they're pretty much as far as patterns, pretty much the same. Okay, at this point we're in the area of a prior low, so usually is some buyers there, so we might get some type of reaction here. Still holding out for my first target. Okay, we're getting close to getting filled right here on this first one. So we'll sit here and we'll hold out and see what happens. It's actually the first trade of the day also.
Order filled.
Okay, order was filled on that one. Now at this point I can do some type of trail stop. Now I'll move it down because I don't want anything, I don't want to be in the negative at all at this point. There's 88. So at this point, worst case is break even, so I can't lose money. So this is the bonus salaries. As in day trading, we don't do overtime, but we can get bonuses. So if these bonus lots get filled, these are my bonuses. So that's what I'm possible looking for, is some bonus pay. So let's see. We have a void below, so we should have some action. So we'll see what happens. Okay, and at this point I divided my last bonus lots. Well, my target, I have two exit stops, so I can move one above here, high.
The time is 10:26 a.m.
I can move one above here to give me a better stop. In this case, if it plays around, I'll leave my last bonus lot right here to give it a little more playroom. So either way it go, let's see what this high is. High is 83, 84. Yeah, so if it stops me out here, I still have one bonus lot left, and I'm giving this a little more playroom. So this way, if it comes up and trickles me out, then I still have access to go lower, and then if it actually goes up higher, then at least I took profit right here. So that varies. Sometime I'll just have these as one exit, but two targets, or depending on how the market's looking, I might have two targets along with, two exits along with two targets. So we'll see how this how prices perform right now. Okay, look like it's coming up along here. And a lot of times, if you don't like to just be hopping in and out of a stock all the time, just trying to scalp your way and raise up your stress level, you have to allow a pullback to ascertain a bigger gain. And it's possible a stock can pull back and stop you out. So you have to pick your areas where, you know, supply and demand. So this right here is an area of some possible supply and demand. Okay, we're coming up right here.
Order filled.
Okay, got stopped out on that. That was a profit. This one is pretty much at negative 0.4% of break even. So I'm hiding right behind this trader pivot, so we'll see how high this goes up right here. And the first lot of 1,000 shares have been filled, and these lots are small, so even, you know, this one being a 0.04% negative is still not a problem. We'll still be in the profit. On the other first two lots were profits, and the paycheck, that's the most concerned. You get that one. So we'll see if sellers step up in here.
The time is 10:30 a.m.
See, we're in the area of this trader pivot, so we'll see if sellers step up in here, and we do have overhead supply right here. So then of course I'll move my target down lower if we continue to go lower. Let's also move this target down lower. So I'll pause it to some more price action, save for this space. Okay, and at this point I can move my stop right here to break even now, because if this comes back up, then we might go higher. So at this point the stock should continue to go in the direction if that's where it's going to go. So I'm not going to let it come back up over here again. At that point, then that's possibly giving me a new entry for a whole position if it's going to play around up there. So I'll sit here and wait and see what happens, see if prices go in our direction, and I'll be waiting for a big gain. We do have a void below, so let's see what happens. So it's building a base at the lower end of this bar right here. So we'll see how sellers, if there are enough sellers, step up to drive this price lower. So I'm sitting here holding to try to ascertain a bigger gain. Let's see what happens. Okay, we're getting a breakdown. So we went up here based at the lower range of this right here, which signified weakness. So now we're getting the breakdown. Let's see if we can get a good move off of this. So let's see what happens. I don't like to just keep hopping in and out, you know, try to enter here. Scalping, what happens, that raises your stress level every time you hop in and out of a stock, and then pretty soon when you scalping, you're likely to get a lot more stopped out quite more often. And so every time you get stopped out, that affects your prices. I mean, that affects actually your mental state and your objectivity, and so that could raise your stress level and your way of thinking. Oh, look, buyers might have stepped back up in this area right here. So we'll see the way it goes. If that happens, we'll be at break even. And
Order filled.
yep, and we'll break even on that one. So total first 2 lots were profit. This was a break even, and the main thing was the paycheck lot of 1,000 shares being filled. Anything else was just pretty much a gift.